There's a list floating around Hollywood, one that nobody wants to admit exists. A list of rappers, actors, and A-list names allegedly caught up in something way darker than music deals or movie roles. And according to Terrence Howard, Diddy's at the center of it. He says he's been threatened just for knowing the names. But he's speaking out anyway. And what he revealed might explain why so many celebrities are suddenly acting strange, canceling shows, or going silent. If you think you've heard everything about Diddy, you haven't heard this.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me. You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows. He had to do it out in the open, with his name, his chest out, and his chin high. Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind editing clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm another's reputation. Fair use is not a shield for character assassination. So here's the simple truth. If you take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego, if you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusations.
In a recent interview, he revealed that he's in possession of a list. Not just any list, but one that allegedly includes rappers, actors, and public figures who've been sexually involved with Diddy. According to him, this list is the kind of thing that could end careers, and maybe even get someone hurt. He says ever since he started talking, he's been receiving threats, some subtle, others not so much. But that hasn't stopped him. Howard claims this kind of behavior is nothing new in Hollywood. Behind the flashing lights and award shows is a machine built on silence, control, and favors. And when someone breaks that silence, people in power start to panic.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it. A man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things. When you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with.
He didn't drop all the names just yet, but the message was clear. He knows more than they're comfortable with. But Howard says the vibe felt off from the start. According to him, it wasn't about acting at all. He saw it as a coded invite into something else, something he wanted no part of. He turned it down without hesitation, not because he didn't need the work, but because he knew what that offer really meant. In Hollywood, not every invitation is what it seems. Some come with a price tag that isn't written in dollars. Howard said it outright, he wasn't willing to trade his manhood for a bigger spotlight. Howard dug deeper into why he walked away, calling it a matter of preserving his man card. To him, reputation isn't built on awards, it's built on principles. He pointed out that plenty of actors quietly accept the unspoken rules, trading dignity for red carpets. You either play the game or you're out. Howard chose to be out. He said, once you start compromising your values, the whole industry treats you differently, like you're available, like you're property. Turning down Diddy wasn't just a decision, it was survival. Howard connected this toxic system to the mental breakdowns we've seen from major stars. Justin Bieber, Usher, others too. He suggested their issues with anxiety and addiction aren't just the cost of fame, they're symptoms of something deeper. These guys aren't crazy, he said. They're coping. The trauma, the silence, the need to pretend everything's fine, it catches up. So the next time a star cancels a tour or disappears from the spotlight, maybe it's not burnout. Maybe it's survival. After that interview, the threats began. Anonymous messages, unmarked cars, people showing up where they shouldn't be. Howard said someone even appeared at a studio gate, asking if he still had that list. It wasn't paranoia, it was pressure. Hollywood protects its secrets, and when someone threatens to expose them, things turn dark fast. But Howard's not backing down. If we stay silent, he said, we're all complicit. And for him, silence just isn't an option anymore. The claims against Diddy aren't just rumors, they're evidence. A man has come forward saying he was drugged and assaulted at one of Diddy's parties. The lawsuit names Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and LeBron James as witnesses. Not participants, but present when it happened. That's huge, because it means this isn't just about gossip. It's now on legal record. Court filings. Affidavits denied delays. Diddy's team tried to buy time, but the judge pushed back. And this time, things aren't getting swept under the rug. According to Howard, Diddy's not acting alone, and never was. He hinted that many celebrities didn't just know what was going on. They benefited from staying silent. He said, success in the industry often comes with strings. If you speak out, you're done. If you play along, you rise. That's the unspoken trade-off. And most people take the deal. But now, with the spotlight shifting, the people who stayed quiet the longest are suddenly the ones sweating.
Right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I say, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people get so many things. People say so much stuff, but that one it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
50 Cent has been calling this out for years. He joked about Diddy's parties. He refused to attend. He said something felt off. Now, with his documentary, Did He Do It? He's ready to blow the lid off everything. He's collected interviews, footage, and claims from insiders ready to show the public what's really been going on.
That essay, the association to Beyoncé, is when he started to receive the 16, but he got 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce, right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see their kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them.
He was mocked for being paranoid, but now he looks like the only one who saw it coming. The case is gaining traction. Diddy's legal team is scrambling, but the courts aren't playing along. Witnesses are lined up. Testimonies are being prepared. This isn't a smear campaign, it's a legal avalanche. And the names on Terrence Howard's list, some of them might be called to testify. Every move Diddy makes now is being watched, and the system he once controlled, it's crumbling around him. The walls of Hollywood are thin right now. What's inside isn't glamorous. Terrence Howard spoke up. 50 Cent doubled down, and now the world is listening. This isn't just one scandal, it's the start of a reckoning. How many more names are on that list? How many more stories are about to surface? Because in the world of fame, silence used to be protection. Now, silence might be guilt.
You better believe it. Shout at Def Jam, we the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Big shout out to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. There's no brotherly love. My biggest brother of them all, the boss, Ricky Ross is in the house. Ricky Ross report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best. He's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm gonna stick with him from thick and thin. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? The something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout out to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
And Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean?
When he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, Amika's in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop.
Shit.
This is Stop it, man. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on.
Wow,
there. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, man. I take you shopping and I get you some fly shit and you can give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the way. Certain things, they let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet. He was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
No, I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater. They said you're crazy.
You do this, yeah. And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.